Morning guys, how's it going? YouTube, my subscribers, thank you very much. So not just the motor I replaced, not just the transmission I replaced, not just the master cylinder, brake booster, cross member, the hole that's on the cross member that holds the transmission. The hole was oversized, so it was stretched out. So if you guys didn't know by now, crazy. Not just that, all the damage that was done here, covered with Bondo, big old gaping hole in this truck. It's a clean title, but damn, my salvage title truck was a lot better condition. Anyways, regardless all that, on top of it, just didn't guess it, the diff. So pretty much I just left with a shell, guys, and the bed. I didn't have a bed because, well, this bed is not that great either. It's cracked, cut all through here. This guy had some big wheels on here, I guess. Just didn't care. It wasn't even bagged. My GMC was bagged. They had the 4-link set up. This one just has these bolt-on C-notch. So now these guys, I'm gonna have to weld that in because I don't want that frame getting stretched or moved or breaking or at any point. So I'm gonna have to go back and go through that. I'm gonna get a used bed, my brother-in-law's bed. He had sitting there in the backyard for a couple years. It's got some, so it's hit right here, but I believe maybe like a PDR or either like probably get another half. But anyways, I'm just gonna use it. I'm not sure if I'm gonna fix it up right. This has to get done. That has to get done right there. Get this taken care of. So yeah, I'm gonna be pulling the diff. As you can see right here, it's got a lot of play. Shouldn't be doing that. As I'm driving, one tire locks up and then the other one is locking up. One side's locking up and getting and sliding because the other side's pulling it. I believe this was posi. I'm not sure if it isn't. If it reacts like it's posi, that or one is getting locked up and it's causing it to not drive right. Also, it's got a lot of signs of it leaking in the back end, and then right at the dry shaft there too, it looked like it was leaking at some point. I don't know if this guy was horse playing with this truck, if he was burning out. It's a stock truck. It was a 4.8, didn't have much power to be doing burnouts. I don't know what he was doing with it, but regardless, it seemed like everything was messed up on this truck. The differential, the transmission, the cross member, and like I said, there was bolts loose in the truck itself. So yeah, I'm pretty much rebuilding the whole truck. It's not one thing I haven't replaced yet, and then possibly have to, and I think I'm gonna have to replace the bracket pinion on it as well. So yeah, just give me a minute. I'm gonna set you guys down and you guys can go ahead and watch. Give me a minute, right? So if you take this bolt off, and this should drop. Now it's being stocked, everything's gonna be a lot more tighter when you use a stock. When everything's stock and you haven't been touched. So right now it's easy because they've already played with it. So this was easy to come out. It wasn't that tight. Weight's coming. I put the jack. Put a lot of weight on this. That diff kind of moved. All right, I need to bolt that drive shaft. It's just it's putting stress on there. Put that there. All right, give me a minute, guys. this one. Guess where I got the new differential from. So I'm here in Fresno. This is a valley area. I got the new diff from Nikki Slides. You guys on my YouTube channel? Yep. Picked up that differential. Yeah. You guys know in this area, you guys know this. Right now, leaves is holding the diff, balancing out. That side's no longer on there, so the weight bond to come down. Especially after I took the shock off. That wasn't supposed to happen. So you don't ever stand underneath that sucker. Wow. Alright. Accidents happen. Glad you guys seen it. Jack wasn't holding it right. Too much weight. It went down that way. No problem. Just gotta unbolt that shock and then roll that out. I gotta take the brake line off too. That brake line. Shit, that was not supposed to happen. This jack, I don't know. Let's give up. Should have took that brake line before. I didn't think it was gonna fall, guys. Relieve that tension. Still tension. Take these two off. Size that is, so I'm gonna use a crescent wrench not to be guessing. So get that tension off there. That one looks kind of damaged already though. Have to bleed the brakes again. Brake line don't look that great either. Some rubbing going on, so I'm gonna have to replace that. Younger guys, I didn't replace this line on an OC10 I had, and I had no emergency brake, and this damn brake line gave out. I ran into train tracks, done almost broke my jaw, running my face into the steering wheel. I had one of those custom wooden steering columns. I broke that with my face, all because of this line. My truck did not want to stop. It was a C10. I didn't fix the emergency brake on it yet, and I was going to work, and I had just my regular brakes. Well, that line gave out, and I could not stop the truck. I end up ramming the truck into the curb because I was about to hit some cars, and it hitting the side, the concrete, the side of the ramming the tire into the curb so I could slow down. Well, I ran out of space. I was gonna hit a pickup truck, or I think it was a car. I ended up going into under the ditch and hit the railroad track, and it stopped me. Bent the whole frame of the truck. I had to rebuild the whole truck again. Alright guys. Put you right here. I'm gonna work it to that point. Give me a minute, guys. I'm gonna try to explain this to you guys. So the weight of this thing is heavy. Also, you got to get this cup, the shackle. It's this it's a cup that holds the rear diff for a lowering suspension. So what I did is I lift up the jack. I used the jack to lift up the diff, and then I put that shackle, I'm calling it a shackle, but I guess it's some type of shackle or bracket. I still don't know the correct name right now. Anyways, that cups the diff. So I put it underneath the diff, and then I lift it up at the same time, holding it and getting that pin. There's a whole pin like this one on that shackle. Let me show you the one over here because I already got this one in. So give you an idea. And since it's low on the ground, I don't have to do a lot of lifting, even though it is kind of heavy for one person. And then I got the bed in my way, so it makes it a little difficult. So the point is, you want to get this hole in there, but you want to have this in there because then you're gonna have to raise it high enough to go over this piece. So what I did is I got it in there first and then hold it in place, and little by little working it to the point where it dropped in here with the diff on it. So let's say this part is this piece here. So the idea is getting this like that. So then you bring it together, and then what it'll do is it'll flop over like this, and then land in its point like that. Okay, so I did it on that side. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put the U-bolts over there so it won't fall off of that side, so that I can work this side. So it'll kind of snug it up. So I'm going to put the U-bolts, I'm going to put the tornillos in the bottom, the bolts in the bottom, and then kind of like snug it, but not completely tight, you know, so it gives me a little bit of play to lift this one over and then drop this one here. Also, to the weight of the front of the diff, right here where the drive line's going, it wants to fall over, so I put a block on there. So if it does fall over, the weight of it kind of wants to like push over on its own. So I put that on there, so because if it hits the floor, then it's too much down. It needs to be even to get this diff even here. All right, so you're gonna have to work that yourself. I'm gonna try to record it, but I don't have a lot of memory left. Give me a minute and see if I can clear some stuff out, and then I can go ahead and record it. Give me a minute, guys. they're not going to be on there. Good. I just want to get the snow coming a little bit. This bolt is a little stripped. So, hole in there. Not tight enough. There's the neighbor. This one. You know, that's the idea, but you know what? I'm gonna screw that. Hopefully it doesn't move out of its spot. I'm gonna go over there and try to get that other side in because I'm just keep messing with that. So let me show you what I was talking about. It's pretty heavy, so get the jack. It's only heavy if it's underneath that. Good. Okay, this side I'm able to get the jack right here. The other side I couldn't get it on there. There was enough room. Okay. So the idea is to get this. Get that higher. Jack rolling back, because this driveway makes it more difficult because the jack wants to roll back. And it tends to want to fall off the jack too. Hit my fingers. Get that. There's the bolt. Right in its plot. Okay, put the jack down. So that was a lot easier, guys. So now that it's in its damn bed, it's in its spot. Now what I can do is lift up. I can lift this side up on the leaf spring so I can get enough room to get the bolts in there. Let me show you. I'm going to raise the leaf this side, just on this side, not all the way, and lift the other side. Just enough to help me lift up the diff. Alright, and so now the other side was hitting the floor. This side is high enough for me to work to get these U-hooks on. Alright. By putting these bolts on, it's gonna keep the leaves together. Keep this all together so that I can lift up. I can lift up the diff together at the same time. Just put it on. And I'm gonna lift that side over there now that I've got some support. I'll put a jack on this side to hold it up, and then I'll go back over there and fix those bolts. I don't want this diff to fall like the last one. I was trying to lift everything with the jack, and it wasn't being support over there with the the leaf spring wasn't supporting it, so it was just walking over, and that's what happened. And I believe that's why it gave out. This jack doesn't bounce on the jack, so it just gave out. Tell you, lose tools on this driveway. Everything keeps rolling away. Bad. I've hit my head like 3 or 4 times already. Tighten this up. Basically, I want to just get it snug enough where it's not getting super tight, but as long as that pin doesn't come out. There's that pin under here. Underneath the leaf spring, there's a pin that sits in this lower bracket. That pin, I do not want it to come out. So the idea is to keep it in that pin so it won't move around. It's going to stay in its place. But this is not tight enough. It'll come out of its spot. Brackets connected to the leaf springs to help me out to lift everything together. So I'm going to lift the middle of the diff. It's not going to be swinging as much. Oh, you know what? Just thought about something. It's not going to work. Shoot. Alright guys, give me a minute. I gotta get these leaves over this, so I'm gonna have to open it. So by doing this, it's gonna stop me from doing that. Give me a minute, guys. Figure this out. Alright guys, battery's low. But I use the tire as leverage to get the drive axle, the differential axle higher. And got that side like that still with the bolts. I disconnect the bolts there, and the wheel I went ahead and put it on so get the height just in case it falls, to give me enough leverage so I can go and get the leaf spring on. So now that it's on, I'm gonna work my way that way. Alright, talk to you later. Okay, so I can't stop and my battery is low. I don't have an extra battery. The other one's dead as well. So My battery's at 18% right now, so I had to put it on the charger for a little bit. What I did is unbolt those again, took those off. They were just there to help so they won't move around so much, and it allowed me to get this leaf spring back on because it was loose from that. When I unbolted it, careful, because that thing fell on me. I thought I had one more, even with one more bolt, it just collapsed. So almost got me. Kind of pinched my finger a little bit, but just think it through before you guys do stuff. So I took that off. I had to raise the axle, so that side's already kind of snug. You can see the bolts are over there. I already got that leaf spring on. I did the same thing over there. I used the tire as leverage to get it higher because the truck was set up high already with the jacks, and I didn't want to mess with the jacks. So after I got that side in snug, put that in there, came over here, loosened these bolts here on the U-bolts, and then it freed up the leaf spring. I was able to lift up the spring, just got underneath it, push it up, and then put that bolt in here. Now that it's on there, as you can tell, the jack's still holding the axle. I'm going to let the weight down and then put it in a position and put those shackles in, put those brackets in for the lower suspension. So put this one in. Gotta get that. Make sure you get this bolt in place where it belongs. So this is going to kind of cradle that diff, and then just go from there. Anyways, I mean, it's a little hard, a little heavy, but in some sense, I mean, it's easy, but just got to think it through. Be safe on the things you do, because like you seen earlier, the differential fell, and it's the weight of the front of the differential kind of took over, and then it slid on the leaf springs, and that's why it gave way. And then the jack, there wasn't enough support. Anyways, all right guys, I'll give you. All right guys, so see this bolt here? That bolt goes right through the leaf springs, and then this bracket here has a hole that has to fit right in there and cradle that diff just like that. So let's see if I can do this with one hand. I'm gonna bring it over, all in place right there. Right there, it's in place. So now I can just let go of let the jack down. You can see right there, let the diff down. There it goes. It's gonna be in the spot. So the shackle thing, I keep saying shackle, but it's that bracket. So it's in there. This side's good. So now I can go ahead and bolt down the U-bolts. All right, give me a bit. All right, guys. Whew, that sucker was heavy. That diff, the original diff, I had to drag it to my backyard. So it was sitting here. I had to drag it by myself all the way to the backyard. But this is done. As you can see, it's a new diff. It's got the disc brakes now instead of the drums. So on this one, the emergency brake cable, I believe this one came out of an extended cab. And like I said earlier, I got this differential from Mickey Slides. So it was originally out of extended cab, and these cables are too short. The cable only runs to right here to this frame mount on the back of the cab. So here's the back, here's the door, here's the back cab of the back cab mount. So these are supposed to go further out and then connect right there. So they're about maybe 3 inches, 2 inches short. So I gotta see what I could do. Either extend it somehow, or I'm gonna see if I pull the ones out of my drum differential, see if those will work. I'm not sure if those are gonna work. So I'm gonna worry about do that first. Well, do that later. So I do have to worry about that. I don't want to happen. What happened to me a long time ago, like I told you before, I didn't have the emergency brake. But after doing that, remember I told you that the line got caught up? Well, this was the original line, so maybe it's a good thing it got caught up because this one was worn. So it looked like some rubbing action, maybe from being lowered where the place was at. So I'm gonna get a new hose that goes there fitting because I have to bleed the brakes from moving that. So I gotta get one of those to replace that so that I can have my brakes back and then go from there. Anyways, yeah, I had to drag that differential all through here, and then when I got through the grass area it got a little harder, and you can see all the drag marks to my backyard. So anyways, yeah, that was a workout. All right guys, I'll let you guys know how it goes. I wasn't planning on changing that diff, just something, I mean, well, I wanted to change it to a disc brake. I didn't know it was gonna be this soon, right out the gate. So anyways, I still got my house upside down because we had termites, like I spoke about before, but I got to bring some of the stuff back. So I believe what I'm gonna try to do is get the stuff on that side because I want to put my compressor right next to the fuse box. So I don't have a lot of room in here. I want to eventually get this Camaro out, clean this up, and then at least half of this garage I can work on. I was planning to work on this side of the garage where the Camaro's at, so I'll show you guys. So I was planning to work on this side of the garage where you see those racks, right? Well, that side was going to be like our storage area, a lot of my wife's stuff and decorations. This side is going to be my side where I work on. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull this camera out and I'm going to give her this side, and then I'll take this side here because I'll have access to the back door, and then my compressor I'm planning to put it right here. So if I ever need the compressor for whatever reason, I bought it for painting as well. I never did install it. Got it from Home Depot. It's brand new. It's never been installed. I've heard good things about it, and some things it's like, I don't know, you know, it's not the best, but hey, you know what? It's better than nothing. But anyways, I'll start off with this brand new. I've had it so long that most likely the warranty is probably expired already, but it's brand new. It hasn't been turned on at all, so that's gonna be getting hooked up hopefully soon. But anyway, that's about it, guys. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Eventually I'm gonna do some merch stuff, maybe some t-shirts, hats, or you know, something like that, or something a little different. I haven't figured it out yet until I get to that point. I'll let you guys know when I get there. But anyways, thanks for watching, and please subscribe, give me a thumbs up, make a comment, even if it's a, you know, emoji face or whatever. Let me know how you feel about what I went through, and that, you know, like I said before, you guys be careful what you get out there. In my eyes, I believe that the vehicle was just had a this truck only had a head gasket job, so pretty much it was going to be a head gasket job. The transmission was good, used, but I figured it was good, and I was not going to plan to use that transmission because the transmission I had on the Yukon was rebuilt, so I was planning to use that one. But then again, I was going to possibly just pay off the registration on there and then sell the Yukon, and so I can use the money towards buying stuff for the channel. But that didn't happen. It was more than, it was too much headache. But I'm glad I got it. I got it in a trade. I installed someone's transmission, and I sold him the transmission, but he didn't have the money for it to be installed, so he gave me that vehicle. Later on, I found out the vehicle was it had not a salvage title, it was a clean title, but the vehicle had a lien on it, and I did not know it had a lien on it. And anyways, before it had a lien on it, I needed the parts because this transmission, it was no good. So I needed to replace the transmission, and I was gonna go buy another one if I was gonna smog the Yukon, but that didn't happen. So I ended up just taking that transmission out, and I sold the engine out of that Yukon, and I kept like all the accessory stuff that I needed, like the wiring and stuff from the Yukon, and then I kept all the interior, like majority of all the front half of the interior from the Yukon, to put in this truck. I just bypassed it. My bad, guys. I got like 11. I got too much footage on this GoPro, but damn, I forgot. My bad. Let me show you guys. I didn't show you guys how it looks inside. Check it out. You guys seen it before, how it looked with the I'm not going to turn it on right now because, well, I have a lot of stuff disconnected. I don't even have the battery in right now, but check it out. I gotta get some new clips for this. They're broken, like underneath here. It pops in there with a clip. Well, that's broken, so I gotta just get that clip. But I want to find darker door panels, so they're just there for now. Same with the passenger side, but check it out. Take a look at it. So those are the seats out of the Yukon. It's got the original flooring from this truck. Everything. I kept the bezel from this truck. This still says GMC because that's from the Yukon. And then I haven't put the radio in yet. As you can see, is the climate control is the Yukon style. It has a digital. And then I need a new pillar over there, that plastic pillar over there on that side. That one's broken. It takes like a special metal clip. I didn't have one, so I'm gonna have to get one of those. This side was fine. And then the original trim that's right here, the dark trim, it was cracked here, so I didn't want to keep that, so I used this one. Later on, hopefully I'll find a darker one, or maybe I'll just keep it light gray. Right now I have the seats like this, but I might just get it reposted and paint the center console. I was kind of undecided if I wanted the bench seat or the center console, but I kind of like the center console because we have a Yukon already, and that Yukon, I really like the way it feels inside, so that's why I've always wanted the center console. And it's got the extra rest right here. Well, look, it's still dirty right there. I guess I didn't clean it that great. Well, anyways, I'm gonna get, what I'm thinking about doing is get the original covers and put those on there if I don't reposter it. Take it to a repostery shop. If I don't do that, then I'll get the original interior, like the factory interior, and maybe just paint the center console. Or maybe I'll find a center console that's dark gray and just sell that one. But anyways, you take a look at it. I mean, it's good for now. You kind of get the idea. You get in there, get the feel for it. I gotta get new switches on the passenger side. This one as well, because this is out of my Yukon. I gotta get rid of it. I gotta put that back, so I gotta get a replacement for this one. But it's just for now, so I can move it around and drive it until I get the differential done. And then when I when I pulled the dashboard, I was in a hurry because I thought I was going to have to get rid of the body from the Yukon right away. And I went and cut right here on the backs, on like there's the wiring that goes right here, and it goes like this underneath the seat. Well, I cut right here, and this section goes right to the back door. And this, pretty much what's left from here, it goes to this plug. Oh, this plug right here. I taped it up with tape. So it goes to this plug. This plugs into the back pillar of the Yukon, and then that plugs into the door, so the back door of the Yukon, and gives power to that back door for the lighting and whatnot. And then the rest of the wiring harness is rolled up and put back here, which I just trailed that back from the Yukon, but I had to retape everything because I have to go through that wiring, because some of those are lights, and one of those lights is for the back light for the brakes. So I got third light, so I got to get that wiring out of there, and that's going to have to go right up this way and go to the back for that third light, because the way they made it for the Yukon is different. The wire goes towards the back, and that sends power to that third light in the back of the Yukon. So that's why I need that. And then for this model, for the Silverado, they have the wiring going up the pillar here, and it goes up like this, and it gets power to the mirror, and then it goes across here, and it gives power to this light here, and then it gives power to the third light. So that's how you get power to the third light for the Silverado. So I got to do some rewiring. So I want to get the wiring from the Yukon, put it right there. So either I'm going to trace it back this way, it's going to go this way and go to the third light, or what I'll do is I'll find the wire and trace it back this way and bring it up this way towards the pillar, like the original way it did with the Silverado. Because right now I'm not getting power to my original mirror. This is the original mirror to the Silverado, and then I'm not getting power to I'm getting power for the third light and for the lights for like inside, but I gotta just have to redirect the wiring basically for the Yukon, but to make it fit for the Silverado, and so that I can have power for that mirror. So I'm gonna figure that out. But what I did is I had to retape all that, and just to make sure nothing was pinched, or I mean it was getting touched or anything, and I wasn't getting some kind of problems with it. So I just redirected that stuff. I redid all that wiring for now, and then I'll eliminate the stuff later as I go. All right guys, but yeah, check it out. That's the interior. Let me know what you guys think, how it looks. It's been going pretty fast. I mean, honestly, I didn't get the truck that long ago, and I've already swapped out all the interior. And this is the dash from the Yukon. I used this piece here from the Silverado. As you can see over there, it has the different color on the for the glove box. I'm gonna see if I can find a darker one, because I want to go with the darker gray interior, hopefully on the whole thing instead of the two-tone. But anyways, that's it guys. Like I said, let me know, comment, like, and subscribe. Check out my videos, give me the thumbs up, let me know what you think. No burnouts yet. I haven't got to the OBS truck yet. This one's been keeping me busy, and just life has been keeping me busy. But yeah, I just put out a new video, the beginning of this truck. I started, where I started tearing out the motor and whatnot, and I'm gonna finish up that video. I'm gonna have a second video showing you when I pulled the motor out, the transmission, and stuff like that. But anyways guys, like I said again, please like, comment, and subscribe. Share to your friends, please. I'm trying to grow this channel. It's a learning channel. It's a DIY how-to channel. Also, eventually I will be going out to the car shows, when I get the burnout truck going. This is pretty much the beginning, the process of my YouTube channel, and just kind of keeping it real. Don't really edit out a lot of stuff. Sorry for the cursing if I'm cursing, because this stuff gets you kind of pissed off, you know, and I should watch my mouth, but I apologize if I slip. But anyways guys, I'll talk to you later. All right, peace. You guys have a good one.